I wrote the book because I was so frustrated with all of the ineffective stuff I was seeing. And that's a really weird thing to come at it from that perspective, but a lot of times we do that with everything. Dating, you find out what you don't want in a woman or a guy, right? You sort of you reverse engineer it, and then you figure out what works and what doesn't, and what fits for you and what doesn't. And that was my experience, was just trying to make all these things happen in my life career-wise, because I was doing BizDev, but also socially. And I just was feeling really concerned that there was this really strong divide. People know what the Pareto principle is, right? 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
So I'm convinced, and I write about this in the book, that 80% of people in the world don't really gravitate or care about networking per se, about connecting. The 20% of the rest of the world does. And those are the people that Malcolm Gladwell wrote about, right? Connectors and mavens. Those are people that are always out there. I'm definitely one of those people. It's just, I'm this hub. It just happened. But I believe that that's a problem, because what I see is that we're all always just networking amongst ourselves then. Anybody who's like that, it's like, you know how there's always these people that know people, and then they have all the connections, they have all the circles of contacts, and you try to get to know them. But that's not good unless you're a recruiter. I mean, it's just not good. We need to expand that. We need to change that to a 60-40, to a 50-50. Sort of how I look at networking is when I go out, that's sort of my community service. I'm going out with the intention of seeing who I might be able to help that night. Period. I started having something called a pay it forward party. And this was a really great little petri dish in a way, because when I started having these pay it forward parties, I started really seeing what happens when your criteria for the party is that every person who walks in the door is coming because they're willing to help someone else first. Period. What a weed out. Talk about a weed out. Mitchell's 6 questions, definitely a weed out. This was a huge weed out because all these people I had met, like hundreds of people, and then I would see what happened with those parties and the invites and the number of people that actually showed up and all these other people that sort of dropped away because they kind of had that, well, what's in it for me thing. You know, why do I go to help a bunch of strangers? Why do I want to go to that? Why not, right? I mean, who else are you supposed to help at this point? We all need help. You will find events for the Red Cross Black and White Ball. You might find opportunities to just go out and, especially someone like you calling your business, you know, you can go network at those things and you're going to meet all kinds of great people if you grow your business. So I don't think you should always just think about the technology things per se or marketing things. Look outside the normal scope and find opportunities to go learn about something you're passionate about, whether it's solar panels or whatever it might be. Those are all great places to network. So make an effort to do that, and you don't just do it when you need a job. You do it, you know, you set a goal for yourself that once a month, you don't have to be like Mitchell, go 3 times a week. Once a month, go somewhere. Go out into your community, see who you can meet, see who you can help, and see what happens. You'd be amazed.